Do you have chickens? Do you want chickens? Should you have chickens? Stay tuned. Let's talk about chicken. Well, folks, I've been stuck out here in the big farm for a while, driving tractor back and forth, so it's been a little difficult to get any videos done for you. Since I'm out here going back and forth, I thought, let's talk chickens and the benefits to having chickens. So there's basically two types of chickens. There's chickens that are raised for meat, and there's chickens that are raised for eggs. And there are some dual purpose breeds, but once you get meat from a chicken, there's no more getting any eggs from that chicken. So let's just talk laying chickens today. Now, in my opinion, every household in the United States should be allowed to have chickens. If every homeowner were to have 2 chickens for every person in the house, there would be no more giant egg industry. There would be no more CAFO industry where thousands and thousands of chickens are kept in pens just to give you eggs. And if every single household had 2 chickens per person, up to 35% of your garbage waste, kitchen waste, would feed the chickens. So imagine your garbage cans a third less full just because chickens will eat all of your chicken scraps. And trust me, chickens will eat everything. Chickens are carnivores. If you don't believe me, throw a mouse into a chicken pen. It's ugly. So if every yard, every household had 2 chickens per person, let's say a family of 4, so if your yard had 8 chickens in it, you would have almost no insects in your lawn. Tick season was horrible this year. Imagine if all the ticks were gone from your yard because your chickens ate them. Imagine if your chickens scratched, dug up your lawn. They dethatched it for you, cleaned up all the understory, took off excess worms so worms could repopulate. How healthy would your yard be? What if your chickens were allowed to be in your garden in the early spring? Help till up your garden, tear it up, scratch it up, put extra manure in it. What if in the fall, all of your leftover garden, after everything was harvested, was left for the chickens? The chickens would start fall tillage for your garden. They would also find all the excess weeds in it and dig out all the weed seeds and leftover corn seeds and everything else that you left. They'd clean up your garden. Now, there's already lots of towns that allow people to have chickens in their yard, and there's actually a lot of large municipalities that allow people to have chickens in it. But believe it or not, there's a lot of small farming communities that do not allow chickens. This baffles me. I have no understanding why. I've been told it'll bring skunks. It'll bring raccoons. We'll be infested with raccoons. Guess what? Your little towns already have skunks and raccoons in it. And if it doesn't have a very big population of skunks or raccoons, why would chickens bring in any more skunks and raccoons? I don't get it. Now, the only time skunks and raccoons are going to mess with your hens is in the middle of the night. Well, that's on us to give our hens a little bit of protection. For roosting, a hen only needs 1 square foot to roost in. So if you've got 8 hens, you only need an 8-foot shelter for them to roost in. And they'll even roost smaller than that, because if it's a little chilly, they'll pack tight together. You may have 2 4-foot roosting barns for 8 hens. I guarantee all 8 of those hens are going to be tight in about a 1.5 foot area. And for 8 hens, you only need 1 roosting box. Up to 12 hens will use the same roosting box. And you can give them multiple roosting boxes, but you know what? they're only going to use one, and they're all going to share that one. So imagine if you had a little 4-foot by 8-foot pen in your yard that you could drag around every few days, and in the evening time, your girls automatically headed to that pen, and you could close them in for the night, protect them from raccoons and skunks. They'd be safe all night long. In the morning when you let them out, they're going to learn to free range. They're going to be in and out throughout your yard. Yes, you may have to take some precautions and put a little extra fencing around your garden to keep them out of there during the gardening season. But before and after the season, open it up and let your girls have full access to the garden area. They will help that garden all through the fall, and I would actually winter them in there and protect the shelter for them in the wintertime so they're a little warmer, and let them be there through the spring. And then when you're ready to plant, move them out to your grassy lawn and let them navigate through there. They're going to evenly scratch throughout your lawn. They're going to leave manure through your lawn and fertilize your lawn. They're going to get rid of your garbage. They're going to give you wonderful farm fresh eggs. They're going to help tend to your lawn and your garden. And chickens are just awesome to have around. So if you live in a town that does not want to have chickens, approach your city council. Approach them with the tools that I just gave you. If you live outside the city limits, tell me, why don't you have any chickens? So, on your quest to add a little farm, you started adding a garden, add some chickens. They're a wonderful tool. They're a wonderful pet to have in your lawn, have in your garden, have in your space, to have in your life. So go out there, get some chickens, and enjoy some farm fresh eggs. I'm going to keep going back and forth.